What's your advice to those who don't have the tool of ballot initiatives, but can use the tactics? I'm going to put you on the spot. What should those folks who have issues that matter to them, as someone who's been at the state capitol and who has been around these hard issues and hard places, what do you say to those folks?
I think that's a great question. And I think when we think about organizing, it's always really important to identify a target, right? Like, what is the target and what is the tactic? And I think often the target is those in elected office. It is people in power. And sometimes when you work in a place like Missouri, that can get really exhausting because oftentimes the composition of your state legislature, the person that holds the governor's office, they don't change that much. They don't always necessarily change in the ways that you would like. So what I would really encourage is for folks to start thinking outside of organizing as just a tool to sort of change minds of elected officials, right? But I think now more than ever, as we head into the next 4 years, we are going to need community-driven solutions to community problems. What are the ways that I can sort of like help out? Going to my neighborhood association meetings, go to your school board meeting. The closer that elected officials are to problems, the much more likely they are to be responsive to you. So, there are plenty of issues that can be addressed in your local community by really starting with the officials that are closest to the grassroots. And beyond that, I think that there are a lot of things that we can do to just be making sure that we're taking care of people in our communities, right? What are the needs that my community has? These concerns and these fears that I think are very valid that people have about, targeting undocumented immigrants and things like that. What are the organizations that are already helping Americans who are new to this country to, sort of get assimilated, get, language skills that they might need to effectively get a job, things like that. There's a lot more that can be done than just trying to target elected officials to do the things we'd like them to do. That is very important, but that is also oftentimes a really long road to hoe, right? It can take, 5, 10, 15 years to try and change the makeup of your state legislature, but there are people in your community that need help today. So I think, the closer we can get to the people in our communities, the more that we can get to know our neighbors, the more that we can identify these issues and come up with solutions that do not involve people that are in power, the better off we're going to be.